True horror story inside an abandoned hospital in India. Location: near Bangor Fort, Rajasthan, India. Year: 2016. I never believed in the supernatural. I grew up thinking every horror story had a logical explanation: fear, imagination, stress. Ghosts were stories people told when they didn't understand something. That belief ended in Rajasthan. In 2016, I was traveling across northern India, documenting forgotten places, old forts, abandoned buildings, areas locals avoided. Rajasthan was full of warnings, but none repeated more often than Bangor. Everyone knows Bangor Fort is considered one of the most haunted places in India. Signs placed by the Archaeological Survey of India clearly warn visitors not to enter after sunset. But what most tourists don't know is that the fort isn't the only cursed place there. Behind the ruins, hidden by trees and collapsed walls, stood an abandoned hospital. Locals avoided even pointing at it. An elderly shopkeeper told me, "The fort is noisy. That building is silent. Silence is worse." He said the hospital was used decades ago to hold people believed to be possessed: men, women, sometimes even children. Before they were taken to Mehandapur Balaji temple, they were kept there. Restrained, experimented on, prayed over without mercy. Some were cured, some were broken, some never came out. I arrived near the hospital in the late afternoon with two local men, Ravi, a driver in his 30s, and Ankit, a university student curious but visibly afraid. As we approached, the atmosphere changed. The wind stopped, the heat dropped suddenly, even the dust felt heavy. The building stood there like a wound in the land, broken windows staring outward, walls cracked like dried skin. No birds perched on it. No insects crawled near the entrance. Ravi refused to go inside at first. "I've driven tourists here," he said quietly, "but I don't cross that door." We convinced him. Inside, the smell hit us immediately: old rust, mold, and something metallic. The corridors were long and narrow. Paint peeled from the walls. Rusted hospital beds were still lined up as if waiting for patients who never returned. My camera started malfunctioning almost immediately. Static, flickers, battery draining faster than normal. Ankit whispered, "Do you feel that pressure?" I did. Breathing felt harder. Like the air itself was heavier. Then we heard footsteps, slow, bare, uneven. We stopped. The sound stopped. When we moved again, the footsteps followed, but always behind us. In one room, we found old restraints still attached to the walls. Leather straps. Chains. Scratch marks everywhere, some high enough that no normal person could have made them. That's when Ravi froze. He stared into a corner of the room, eyes wide, pupils dilated. His lips began moving, but he wasn't speaking in his own voice. It was deeper. Colder. "This place is not for the living." My stomach dropped, the temperature fell instantly. I could see my breath. My camera died completely. "Not low battery, dead," Ankit shouted Ravi's name, shaking him, but Ravi turned slowly. Smiling, a smile that didn't belong to him, he spoke again, "You were warned." The lights from outside flickered through broken windows, then vanished. Doors slammed one by one down the corridor. Bang. Bang. Bang, not wind, force. We ran. As we reached the staircase, something screamed, not loud, but close. Inside the walls, Ravi collapsed outside the building, unconscious. When he woke up minutes later, he had no memory of entering the hospital. But his back was bleeding, 3 long claw-like marks beneath his shirt. That night, we went to a nearby village priest. When we described the hospital, he went silent. He told us that rituals were once performed there without permission, black practices meant to control spirits instead of banishing them. When the government shut the hospital down, nothing was cleansed. Balaji temple heals, the priest said, but that place only holds. Ravi quit his driving job 2 weeks later. Ankit left Rajasthan entirely. As for me, sometimes, when the night is quiet, I hear that same chant, low, steady, repeating, and I know, some places don't need people to be haunted, they remember on their own.